I got this wooden tray with folding legs from Hobby Lobby. I grabbed it when the wood was 40% off. And you can really use any tray of your choice. This one measures 24 by 14 by 11 inches. I'm going to start by removing the really large sticker in the center of the tray. Using some heat sometimes helps lift that a little easier. I then took some painter's tape and I went around the inside of the tray on the base of the tray, and I just bordered it with the painter's tape. And this is just going to make it easier so that way I can paint the sides of the inside of the tray without hitting the bottom here. Once that was all taped off, I then took my General Finishes Antique Walnut Gel Stain. I also removed the legs. They were very easy to remove. There were just 2 screws on each leg. And I'm going to gel stain the entire tray except for the base of the inside. I'm using a paintbrush and also a foam brush to apply the gel stain. Do not use a good paintbrush as you will have to throw it out. It doesn't always wash very nicely. Once I have my areas covered, I then rub it in with the paper towel or a napkin. Now these are what the legs looked like, and I'm going to repeat the same exact process with the gel stain on both of the legs that I had removed, and then I rub all that gel stain in with a paper towel. Once everything had started to dry, I'm then going to lift up the blue painter's tape. I'm going to paint the base of my tray using some Wise Owl Fireside. Now, of course, you could pick any color of your choice. All paint products can be found over on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And I gave this one really good coat. It does not have to be perfect, but I do want good coverage. I found this placemat at Hobby Lobby in the Thanksgiving fall section. I'm going to glue it down onto my board, so I do want to make sure that the paint is dry. And once I glued it down, I then went around the edges and cut off anything that was lifting up onto the sides of my tray. And I'm just using a razor blade to do that. This was very easy to cut. Next, I'm going to be working with some of this epoxy. Using epoxy, you do want to mix equal parts of part A and part B. So that is what I'm currently doing. And I'm going to mix it together really well for at least 3 to 5 minutes. And this really depends on what brand epoxy you're working with. So please look at the instructions on the box. I also mixed in some really fine gold glitter, and I'm going to pour that into the center of my tray. Now my tray was made pretty well. If you do get a tray without legs or not this exact tray, you do want to make sure that it is sealed along the base. Sometimes I flip it over and add some hot glue. You do not want this epoxy pouring through the sides of your tray. I did not have that issue with this tray. So I'm just going to move the epoxy around until everything is fully covered. And there you go. I allowed this to dry overnight. Now we have this beautiful Gather fall tray. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can check out other tutorials over on our webpage. Have a great day.